for the Tinubu and his gang not to look bad, the Ronukus are looking for something to tell people that it is not that bad, it's good. Okay, so what happened? They said they put this 5% fuel tax, right, in order to discourage the usage of fossil fuel, or this your fuel like the aviation fuel, your diesel, your petrol. I don't know if cooking gas is part of it or not. I'm not sure, but you see that three. Then other industrial sort of like fuels like that, to discourage people from using it and go on and do this their green energy. You know that one that they will ask you that to cut down the carbon that you are emitting, cut down your carbon dioxide you are emitting. Because of that, to discourage in Nigeria, where you have countries like America, you have countries like America, countries like China, and some other industrialized countries all over the world that are manufacturing countries that are emitting tens, hundreds of thousands of, I don't know how they measure of this carbon dioxide. Nigeria, one of the poor, the poverty capital of the world. So where did they ask, you know, everywhere they've been going to go and borrow money, they have been given different conditions. Here is one of them. Most of the successive government never really used it. Like, you want to discourage people from buying petrol, discourage them from using diesel, discourage them from using, what are you talking about? So that's why you want to charge them the 5% of whatever they buy. Now, Tinubu don't go wake them up. Yeah, that guy that is talking about tax, Oyedele or something, the one that told you that, the new tax that is put in place, poor people won't pay tax. If you are earning anything from, listen, you won't pay tax. We'll now go find out soon. You will. So they brought him back to come and explain to you that, no, it's not like that. It's not that if you buy a liter of petrol now, you are going to pay 5% on it. No. It is just that, yes, you are going to pay. You didn't hear me, or that's the confusion. No. It's not like that. It's going to start in January. Remember, this is September. It's not that it's going to start in January. Okay? Don't listen to people who are giving you misinformation. All right? You know, I'm the one who put this thing together. Right? This is what we are trying to do. Okay? This tax, this 5%, has been there. It's not Tinubu that brought it. It's just that Tinubu is the one that wants to implement it. And it is for farmer. Yeah, farmer. You know, it is the money we take from that money, that 5%, we just give it to farmer to be fixing your roads. Right? But no, it's not starting in January. Yes, the new tax law will take off in January. Meanwhile, this 5% is part of the new tax law, right? But you see that one, that 5%, no, they haven't decided when it's going to start. It is the Minister of Finance that will tell you when it is going to start. How can I make you understand this? Because that's how they have been messing up the brain of the low lives, the sewage dwellers, all those cretins, social media bandits and Facebook adsmen, the Ronukus, the Ronu bastards. That's how they deceive them. And that's how they kind of like, because in the process they expected to get you confused. So let me repeat that again. It's explanation. Oh, hang on. Let me first tell you what it is, right? So the purpose then was to discourage you. And of course, the money will be used for whatever the government wanted to be used for. So it was this guy who now came and said, but it was suggested that the money should be given to farmer. But because Nigeria needs money now, that's the purpose of the tax law, to make sure that everybody, all of now, pay. And in that sense, they factored it into their new 2026 tax law. But it is the Minister of Finance that will say if it is going to start in January or in February or in March. Don't listen to anybody that tells you that it is going to start in January. But yes, you are going to pay the 5%. Okay? But don't believe anybody that tells you that it's going to start in January. It is the minister that will still say when it's going to start. Oyedele, listen, they had to bring back this video to promote this fraud. I've got more on that.
Bringing back fuel subsidies through hidden taxes.
What we have is that there's a law that was enacted some years back with a surcharge on fuel under the FEMA Act. This is a provision that is now in the new tax law, and it does not take effect as of January 2026. I know some people have been giving wrong information about this. What is in the new tax law is that this surcharge will take effect on a date in the future based on an order to be released by the Minister of Finance. And we do know that Minister of Finance is responsible enough to determine when it's appropriate to do so. The intention is to earmark and dedicate the revenue from this tax into providing transport infrastructure that can reduce the cost of transporting items, logistics, and overall bring down inflation for the Nigerian people.
Bringing back fuel.
Nuisance, Lele.
So now let's take it one after the other. Don't mind me, I feel they go this way, but you are going to get what I'm doing, what I'm talking about. Tinubu and his gang, they removed subsidy, right? And inflation peaked, skyrocketed. Tinubu and his gang, they devalued Nigerian naira, which further worsened things. But they then told people, they said, no, the money that they are taking from the subsidy will be reinvested in critical infrastructure that will then ease up the inflation. That's how they deceived some of you, educated illiterates, right? The Inforigbale economists, those of you who can easily sit down and repeat the supposed jargons that makes you a little bit educated, so ignorant, so foolish to forget the guys you are dealing with. Invest it in critical infrastructure. What does that even mean? You remove subsidy, the price of transportation, and everything else followed up to this day. So where are you investing the money that will ease things for people? On what exactly? Like agriculture, food? Are they going to get the food for free? Or you invest it where? But they told everybody that they are reinvesting it. Then they said, no. The state are getting more money now. That's their own, that's your gain. We have increased the minimum wage. The state are getting more money. Go and meet your governor. Go and, as if to say you can actually go and meet your governor. But the one that really affects you was what they're taking. That is what spiked your inflation. There's somebody who is now talking about tax. In that same breath, though, they have overtaxed you already. Then they brought an idea. No, let us harmonize the tax so that everybody that is earning 800,000 naira will not pay tax per year. But anything you make above that 8,000 will be this, on that. But they didn't tell you that they are actually going to be targeting your banks. And a lot of you go cry blood. Social media will soon explode. Your 2026, you will realize that APC, Egbekebe, is the weapon fashioned against you. But hang on. So you see this guy, he now said, you know what? If you get any money, people put money in your bank or what have you. So you have to make sure that at least they have to state what is the money for. And then you yourself have to go to your bank and get the statement and then use that to file for your tax so that they can know which money to take or not to take. But in the usual nonchalant attitude and the rest, right? If 800,000 it pass your bank, and even if it's probably not even your money, right? Okay, I'll leave that. Let's go back to this 5%. Now, this 5% of a thing, right? They said they were going to take the money and give it to FEMA because of a FEMA act that they've managed to kind of say, okay, what would you use the money for? Oh yeah, they will give it to FEMA to use it to fix roads. So from taking out subsidy to you actually paying for subsidy. Do you know that that is exactly what that is? A tax that is pretty much going into the private pocket of these rogues at the end of the day. Because all they have to do is just to tell you that the money is fixing road. Just like Kolu said, he's met his revenue target in August from non-oil, right? That is bold enough to tell all of you. His revenue target for 2025, they've met it in August. But at the same time, they are out there looking for another $1.7 billion loan, billion dollars loan from World Bank right now. So the condition they have to, they always give them, and they must make sure that, they abide by is that they can pay. We'll do everything to pay or service our debt. We can squeeze these people for more, and they will squeeze you for more. So right now, if you buy 1 liter of petrol at 800 naira per liter, you are going to pay you're going to pay 840 naira. So now you are going to be paying the filling stations now for buying fuel from them. Even though you see that pumping, pump price, pump price, that you walk straight into a filling station, right? And you're like, how much is a liter? They say 1,000 naira per liter. Okay, give me 50 liters, 50,000 naira. You know that from that 50,000 naira, for every factor they put into it that reaches that made it a 1,000 naira, you have what is called the VAT. That 1,000 naira per liter, you're already paying 7.5% on that. Do you know? Yeah. If they take your 1,000 naira, right, they will calculate the 7.5 VAT on it. And God knows other taxes they take from it, from that 1,000 naira per liter. So they take 7.5% from it, which is 75 naira. It should be. I don't know. No, 75 naira. I don't know. But you get what I mean? From every liter of petroleum that you buy, and it's called VAT, it goes straight to the government. It's called consumption tax. So what they are charging you now is like you're going to be paying to buy a liter of petrol or buy a liter of diesel or any of this stuff, right? You are going to then probably be paying an extra, probably up to like 100 naira. And it's tax. So they're doing you a favor in the long run. Then he said, oh yeah, you are going to, first he said, no, don't listen to this misinformation. Right? The same guy who told you that you're not paying more taxes, so simply because he said, oh, if you are earning 800,000 per annum, right? So in that same breath, they said, no, don't listen to misinformation. Yeah, the 5% is, okay, hang on, said, is it true that people are going to be, we are going to be paying a 5% on called the fuel tax? Said, no, don't listen to people who are giving out misinformation. And yes, it is part of the new tax law that will take effect in January. We shouldn't believe who said it, that it's going to happen in January. That's because it is part of the tax law. No. The difference is that it is the Minister of Finance that will decide when that particular one will take off. I promise you, it's going to take off probably from December. It's APC. And when people begin to pay for that in January, the Ronukus who are calling you misinformed, that you are spreading misinformation, fake news, the Ronukus, they will just melt, they will just crawl back into their sewage. You won't see them again. They'll just be waiting for directives on something else to probably using, distracting the people for that period. Right now, all of them are economic experts right now on social media, explaining this, tax, that. And the mugus are saying, I knew it. Man, we need to do something to make sure that these people who are trying to swear the image of Ashiwaju, the Olori Brukus, who are kind of like tipping them off right now. By January, they will disappear. Mayegun will be here. Mayegun will say, do you remember what we had this conversation 3 months ago? Yeah, it's true. Mayegun is true. Where are those Ronukus now? Those who are like economics experts. Those who are sharing the videos of Oyedele. Oyedele himself, you won't see him again. His job is done. Get his cut. Go back to his they call those Vishena coop water in a water coopers or something. So it's gonna be all right. If nobody don't set up shop, and all of them go by. And they start from January. Yes, they start from January. Between me and that one, who would you believe? Him? Don't worry, January is almost here. Now, you see, when people say, when the saying that the rich also cry seems to be coming to play. This young man, they call him Shuji, Olashiji Shuji Ogundele, right? They say he's from Oyedele local government area of Osun State. What happened? Why did they declare him wanted? I'll tell you. Then he's going to tell you too. Sujimoto is a luxury product, sort of like a businessman, from cars to houses, real estate, jewelries, and all that. Luxury is stock or is forte. So he's been mingling with the big boys. Meanwhile, behind the scene, which I am also privy of, privy to. Information here and there. Sometimes I just drop them as they are not really relevant to our chat here, right? So he's been accused severally of working as a money launderer for some of these criminal politicians. Something happened between himself and Peter Mba, Enugu government. That didn't go well. And for one, guy man cannot guy another guy man just like that. So for those who know Mba very well, long story, right? He called the EFCC. They reported him to the EFCC that he duped them in Enugu. And they declared him wanted. So he made a video to tell his own side of the story. Now, I won't share this video with you, if not because at some point, it can't be like, say, the director of the, of the video or of the script. I'm crying now. Now, so the supposed alleged billionaire. From 0 to 100 instances. Kilo happen. Now I was like, okay, maybe director Lonipeko, let him share his story. Then I will share my own view. Sujimoto, you've heard about him, yeah? He should have. His story.
I'm not a thief and I'm not a fugitive. This is a contract between my company and the Enugu State government. Enugu State government asked me to help them build a couple of things, a couple of projects, which was very interesting. I was going to the state every week. In the middle of the project, they said, okay, the governor said he wanted to build a city. And he wanted to build the tallest building in Nigeria, 69-story building. I designed it and gave it to him. He said, okay, keep it aside. He said, while you are waiting for this, please help me do these schools. That we have money, but we don't have people that can do it. I've never done this type of school before, but I knew it was cement and concrete and machinery. I knew it was arrangement. So I said, okay, let me give it a try. I told the governor, I said, this project is impossible because of the pricing, the cost of it is too low to build. The governor said, don't worry, just help me do these schools, and later you make money from the schools, but you make money from the other